It is code legal to hang a cord drop from a junction box down to equipment that has a factory plug on it. The cords must have strain reliefs on them, and the ends must be twist locks. This is a common practice in industrial and commercial buildings. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, governs electrical installations, including the use of cord drops. Several articles and sections of the NEC are relevant to this practice. Firstly, consider Article 400, which addresses flexible cords and cables. This article outlines the permitted uses, ampacities, and other requirements for flexible cords. It's essential to ensure that the cord used for the drop is listed for the intended application and environment. Secondly, look at Article 314, which covers junction boxes and pull boxes. The junction box must be appropriately sized for the number and size of conductors entering and exiting the box. The box must also be securely mounted and accessible. Thirdly, refer to Article 300, which contains general requirements for wiring methods and materials. This article emphasizes the importance of using approved wiring methods and ensuring that all electrical connections are mechanically and electrically sound. When using a cord drop, strain relief is crucial. Strain reliefs prevent tension on the cord from being transmitted to the terminals inside the junction box or the equipment being powered. This helps prevent loose connections and potential electrical hazards. Twist lock connectors are often used at the end of the cord drop to provide a secure and reliable connection to the equipment. Twist lock connectors prevent accidental disconnections, which can be particularly important in industrial and commercial settings where vibration or movement may occur. It is important to verify that the equipment being powered is suitable for cord and plug connection. Some equipment may require hard wiring for safety or operational reasons. The equipment's nameplate should indicate whether it is approved for cord and plug connection. The ampacity of the cord must be sufficient to carry the load of the equipment being powered. Refer to NEC Table 400.5 and 400.5b for the allowable ampacities of flexible cords and cables. The overcurrent protection for the circuit supplying the junction box must be sized appropriately for the ampacity of the cord and the equipment being powered. This helps protect the cord and equipment from overloads and short circuits. When installing a cord drop, ensure that the cord is not exposed to physical damage. The cord should be routed in a way that minimizes the risk of abrasion, cuts, or impacts. If the cord is exposed to physical damage, it should be protected by conduit or other suitable means. The length of the cord drop should be kept to a minimum. Excessively long cord drops can create tripping hazards and increase the risk of damage to the cord. The cord drop must be installed in accordance with all applicable codes and standards, including the NEC and any local electrical codes. It is important to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the installation is safe and compliant. When selecting a junction box, choose one that is appropriate for the environment in which it will be installed. For example, if the junction box will be exposed to moisture or corrosive substances, it should be rated for wet or corrosive locations. The conductors inside the junction box must be properly spliced and insulated. Use approved splicing methods and materials, such as wire connectors or terminal blocks. Ensure that all splices are mechanically and electrically sound. The junction box must be properly grounded. Grounding helps protect against electrical shock and reduces the risk of fire. Connect the grounding conductor to the grounding terminal inside the junction box. When running the cord from the junction box to the equipment, avoid sharp bends or kinks in the cord. Sharp bends can damage the cord and reduce its ampacity. Support the cord drop at appropriate intervals to prevent it from sagging or straining the connections. Use cable ties or other suitable means of support. Regularly inspect the cord drop for signs of damage, such as cuts, abrasions, or loose connections. If any damage is found, repair or replace the cord immediately. Do not attempt to repair damaged cords with tape or other temporary measures. Replace the entire cord with a new one. Consider the environment when selecting the cord. If the area is subject to chemicals or oils, ensure the cord jacket is rated for those substances. Additionally, the NEC provides guidelines on clearances for electrical equipment. Ensure the cord drop and connected equipment maintain adequate clearance from combustible materials and other potential hazards. It's also vital that the installation does not impede access to other equipment or create an unsafe working environment. Proper labeling of the junction box and the connected equipment can aid in future maintenance and troubleshooting. Clearly label the circuit breaker that supplies power to the junction box. If the equipment is moved or replaced, ensure the new installation adheres to the same safety standards and code requirements. Always disconnect power to the circuit before working on any electrical equipment, including junction boxes and cord drops. Use appropriate lockout/tagout procedures to prevent accidental energization of the circuit. Verify that the circuit is energized using a voltage tester before beginning work. When working with electrical equipment, wear appropriate personal protective equipment such as safety glasses and insulated gloves. This will help protect you from electrical shock and other hazards. If you are not qualified to perform electrical work, do not attempt to install or repair a cord drop. Hire a qualified electrician to do the work for you. In addition to the NEC, other codes and standards may apply to cord drops, such as local building codes and OSHA regulations. Be sure to comply with all applicable codes and standards. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it is important to stay current with the latest edition. The NEC is available for purchase from the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA. Many jurisdictions also have their own local electrical codes that are based on the NEC. These local codes may have additional requirements or modifications to the NEC. It is important to be familiar with the local electrical codes in your area. OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, also has regulations that apply to electrical safety in the workplace. These regulations cover topics such as lockout/tagout, personal protective equipment, and safe work practices. It is important to comply with all applicable OSHA regulations. If you have any questions about cord drops or other electrical installations, consult with a qualified electrician or electrical inspector. They can provide you with expert advice and ensure that your installation is safe and compliant. Proper installation and maintenance of cord drops are essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of electrical systems in industrial and commercial buildings. By following the guidelines outlined in the NEC and other applicable codes and standards, you can help prevent electrical hazards and protect workers and property. The NEC provides specific requirements for the use of flexible cords in Article 400. It is crucial to ensure the cord is approved for the specific application, considering factors like voltage, amperage, and environmental conditions. The cord must be protected from physical damage, such as abrasion or cuts. If the cord passes through a wall or other barrier, it must be protected by a bushing or conduit. The cord must not be used as a substitute for fixed wiring. Flexible cords are intended for temporary connections, not for permanent wiring. The cord must not be concealed behind walls, ceilings, or floors. Concealing a flexible cord can create a fire hazard. The cord must not be run through doorways, windows, or similar openings. Running a cord through an opening can damage the cord and create a tripping hazard. The cord must not be attached to building surfaces with staples or other fasteners that could damage the cord. Use cable ties or other approved methods to support the cord. The cord must not be subjected to excessive tension or stress. This can damage the cord and create a fire hazard. The cord must be properly grounded. Grounding helps protect against electrical shock and reduces the risk of fire. The cord must be inspected regularly for signs of damage. If any damage is found, replace the cord immediately. Only qualified personnel should perform electrical work on cord drops and related equipment. Ensure that all electrical work is performed in accordance with the NEC and other applicable codes and standards. It is important to use the correct type of twist lock connector for the application. Twist lock connectors are available in a variety of configurations and ampacities. Be sure to select a connector that is compatible with the cord and the equipment being powered. The twist lock connector must be properly installed. Follow the manufacturer's instructions for installation. The twist lock connector must be securely fastened to the cord and the equipment. A loose connection can create a fire hazard. The twist lock connector must be inspected regularly for signs of damage. If any damage is found, replace the connector immediately. When selecting a strain relief, choose one that is appropriate for the cord size and type. The strain relief must be securely attached to the cord in the junction box. A loose strain relief can allow tension to be transmitted to the terminals inside the junction box, which can lead to loose connections and electrical hazards. The strain relief must be inspected regularly for signs of damage. If any damage is found, replace the strain relief immediately. Ensure the junction box cover is securely fastened. This prevents accidental contact with live electrical parts. If the junction box is located in a damp or wet location, ensure the cover is weatherproof. The internal wiring within the junction box must be neatly organized and properly connected. Avoid overcrowding the box, as this can make it difficult to access and maintain the connections. Use wire connectors that are appropriate for the wire size and type. Ensure the connectors are properly tightened to provide a secure electrical connection. When working on electrical systems, always follow safe work practices. To energize the circuit before working on any electrical equipment, use lockout/tagout procedures to prevent accidental energization of the circuit. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as safety glasses and insulated gloves. Be aware of your surroundings and avoid distractions. If you're unsure about any aspect of the electrical work, consult with a qualified electrician. The installation of cord drops from junction boxes should comply with all applicable codes and standards. This ensures the safety and reliability of the electrical system and protects workers and property from electrical hazards. Regular inspections and maintenance of cord drops and related equipment are essential for preventing electrical problems. By following these guidelines, you can help ensure that your electrical system is safe and reliable. Remember to always consult the latest edition of the NEC and any applicable local codes and standards for specific requirements and recommendations. This information is intended for educational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional electrical advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician before performing any electrical work. In summary, using a cord drop from a junction box to equipment with a factory plug is code legal under specific conditions. These conditions include using cords with proper strain release, employing twist lock connectors for secure connections, ensuring the equipment is suitable for cord and plug connection, and adhering to all applicable NEC guidelines and local codes. Prioritizing safety and compliance is crucial when implementing this practice in industrial and commercial settings.